already, there are two options that you have for filling this vacancy. Because more than a year lasts on Mr. McKay's term, you're required by law to fill the vacancy within 180 days. And your options are to call a special election or to fill the vacancy by appointment. And there are various ways you can go about doing that, but basically the remaining members of the board would vote to select the Mr. McKay's replacement. With respect to the special election, I believe it may be, we can check on this if you're really interested, but I believe it's a little late to get that on the ballot for this November. But you can call a special election at any time. It doesn't have to be on one of the uniform election dates of May and November. There is also a significant cost associated with that. And I have not been able to come up with an exact cost. We would have to work with the county and get an agreement in place to borrow their election machines, voting machines. But I do have at least the expenses.
All right, I'm sorry, we need to go ahead and take a 5-minute recess and we'll be back from there however long we need, but we'll find about 5 minutes. Thank you.
Oh, he's gonna kick her out. Like the number 2.
Hold the sign.
I was more bothered by the yellow sign than by the sign. So they're asking me to leave. Excuse me? Really?
I was just holding my sign and no one said a word.
So they're recessed now.
So
That means
You need to make the lady with the yellow sign.
People feel the same way that I do.
Russell, I was holding my sign and no one said a word.
I'm very familiar with the board. Is this okay to go back?
I can back myself. Push it to the right.
I don't care it's here. Disagree with us.
I don't think pornography and pornography.
That's right there. That's right there. Sharp here.
Ma'am, you gotta go, please.
I'm going. We pay taxes here. I'm going.
Russell, I was literally sitting behind her holding my sign and no one said a word. Why does she have to go?
If she's leaving, the lady with the yellow sign is here too.
Yeah.
Somebody comes and stays for our children and you're gonna grow her out? These children are being taught porn.
But nobody's been
There's your board pushers right there.
They're abusing our children.
They're complicit.
Stop the porn, bro. And if for some reason, because you won't sign that involved, then none of these
Arrest the board members.
arrest the board members. You're picking out the wrong person.
If you guys have the letter,
So it's real
Holding a
clear.
sign is dangerous.
For sure.
But my God, if we have freedom of speech, and we're
Just be added to the list.
just know Monday you're going to be held accountable for this. You will be held accountable for this. So
The board president warned everybody in the room we would not have
the
disruption.
board president doesn't she tells us to be nice, but what happens?
But they tell us to F off.
disrespectful. They tell us that we can go ahead and have a conversation. And what does she do? She tells people that they're being inappropriate. Well, these people up here are swearing instead of recording the case. I'm sitting behind her holding my sign. She was not listen, you are not on the right side of this, buddy.
I was sitting next to her.
That's it, that's right. The board just today. I don't know what.
Yeah. Yes.
Wake
I
up.
see this week in and week out. They pick
This
on
is
women.
ridiculous.
They do
It is
not
on
support the
women.
of this community. This board.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Our military members, they kicked me out last week. They kicked Gerald out. We cannot speak in this district. We are under official oppression. We don't receive any due process.
We can't pray in here.
And and you abuse our children.
John, she was carrying on the meeting just fine until you decided to change it.
That's right.
I was sitting right next to her. Holding a sign. You didn't say anything. Why is it you guys recommend that she did not follow them? It's real simple.
Very simple. Don't push porn on the kids.
This parent was given a directive and she followed it.
It wasn't even that parent. You didn't know what you were pointing at.
Given a directive and she asked the people behind if it was okay.
It wasn't
When we give you a directive, if you do not follow it, you will not be saved from this. The trials that are coming, you will not be saved from.
Oh, hi, my John, sir. The directives now. Don't flick me off! You just stuck your middle finger up at me. Yes, he sure as heck did.
No, you're back and towards him. You were looking at her. I was saying, look, I sure looked at her. You were looking at her.
You are your own.
He was the finger if that was a mistake. Well, you just did.
We got them on film.
Good. Wow.
This meeting's not going to continue till you guys come home.
Why would we want it to continue?
What's the
Every week, I see it.
No one's abusing anyone right
Yes, they do. That's right then.
All right. Yeah, 40-year-old sucking another 40-year-old penis. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Oh, no.
John's directive.
She says that Oberg will show respect, but they give none.
Anybody else?
Okay, whatever.
Anybody else?
I'm
So
sorry,
you
I
get
didn't
to pick on whoever you want. That's what you're saying.
You didn't get a good one from the other night? Call back up. Huh?
No, I said I hope you are because
Sir, I am a policies person, you know. Okay. Do we not have any rights, our parental rights, our federal rights? Our First Amendment?
well then they can come back. Everybody was fine until he decided to go ahead and tell her. That's and she did not. You know what? You are I'm telling you right now.
You are. Yes, because, yeah, you have to see.
I have no control over that.
Mr. Bundy, can I say something? This is a military veteran, and this is her husband. Okay, so do you understand the trauma that this placed inside, suppressing our ability to speak?
You don't understand the Constitution at all, buddy.
A minute and a half, sir?
I don't set that. But you have your time there. That's where you get to
Here's the
speak.
thing.
Here you don't
can
get to
speak
speak.
to us however you want, but we
get
can't
to
we get to speak if we choose to.
No, I'm saying you speak up there, but here when the meeting's
But the
going
way that you are treating us right now, why is that okay? But we can't have a conversation back with you.
all we ask is a sign to stay down, and y'all all got
Why? If we raise our voice, we get kicked out. You're being very aggressive and mean
Ever
towards
since we
us.
asked you to leave, you've been ready to support.
Excuse me.
Because you're out of line. So we have a difference of opinion here, okay? Why did John stop the meeting? Why did John stop the meeting?
And she knows, John, let's just finish, guys. We're not going to win like both of us. We'll come back. We'll take it on the end.
I sat here and watched the whole
Mr. Johnson,
Yes, ma'am.
since May of 16 and 2019, I sat there and I spoke to the board. And it has been nothing but disrespect and demoralizing, especially of our military communities. And it doesn't matter how many times those people up there now have JROTC flags, or they say all of that. The fact that my fellow military member, veteran Gerald, and myself have until now been the only people kicked out of here.
Yeah, she was kicked out last week.
You know,
I just
again,
came up here
hit
talking.
and hit after our military folks. I can just count how many of us are sitting there too as veterans, and this is not correct. And we are here, most of all, sir, because of our children. That is the bottom line. That is, and you are the
Like I
only
said a
one
minute
that is
ago,
sticking up for them
my
at this
concern
point.
is we're escalating things when we should be de-escalating things. So kicking
And I just
people
want
out
to.
Getting
for
arrested?
holding signs is
If he
just
gets
kind of-
arrested, I will shit my pants.
I mean, we just spent hours at the Leander Police Department today and Friday.
Yeah.
The lady that just got kicked out, she was physically assaulted or hit on the 23rd school board meeting. And I want to just say one more thing. The lady that's sitting very quietly with her poster in the yellow, she raised it in front of the other poster,
He said he saw that.
and you see how they're treating her?
And then the one with that
preference.
behind of it says quiet, please.
But just